Have you ever wondered why he feels so irritated when you explain yourself? Why does he get angry? Or is it possible that he doesn't feel anything at all? How can you stop caring what he thinks of you and what he feels? What will happen if you just stop explaining yourself to him? Well, let me paint you a picture. A man sat by the fire, his face illuminated by its dancing flames. His eyes, though, they were distant, gazing far beyond the warmth and light. They saw things you couldn't see, thoughts you couldn't hear. And in those thoughts was a storm of feelings that threatened to break over you if you understood their power. Let's explore them together. You see, when you decide to stop explaining yourself to him, something remarkable happens. It's like removing a veil that has been obscuring his vision, awakening a realization that cuts through the fog. Suddenly, he witnesses your strength, resilience, and independence without the need for him to be your crutch. He sees how you stand tall, facing life's challenges head-on, refusing to be defined by the chaos around you. This sight of your unyielding spirit stirs a sense of admiration within him. It's a feeling that takes him aback, forcing him to confront a truth he'd been avoiding. He begins to realize that your absence brings him face to face with the hollowness of his own being. In your presence, he'd found comfort in the illusion of shared understanding. But now he's confronted with the stark reality of his own ignorance. He sees how his previous actions have caused you pain, pushing you to seek solace elsewhere. And this revelation brings him face to face with the consequences of his choices. In that moment, he experiences a profound shift in perspective. The realization that he's losing you, not because you're perfect, but because he isn't, hits him like a tidal wave. It shakes him to his core, forcing him to confront the uncomfortable truths about himself that he'd been ignoring. As you walk away, leaving him in the depths of his own introspection, he's left grappling with the unsettling question, who am I? It's a question that echoes the sentiments of the great philosopher Socrates, who once pondered, the unexamined life is not worth living. Now he must face the implications of living a life without examining his own actions, a life where he failed to nurture the beauty he had in you. As he grapples with these realizations, a war rages within him, a battle between his desire to hold on to you and the fear of confronting his own demons. He's torn between the comfort of familiarity and the uncertainty of change. On one hand, he wants to keep you, to preserve the illusion of the love you once shared. But on the other hand, he knows that doing so would mean perpetuating the cycle of pain and misunderstanding. It's a struggle that mirrors the age-old conflict between good and evil, between the stoic ideal of self-control and the destructive impulses of uncontrolled emotions. He finds himself at a crossroads, forced to choose between the path of destruction or the arduous journey towards self-discovery and growth. During this turmoil, he's haunted by memories of your shared past, moments of joy and affection that now seem like a distant dream. Your absence becomes a constant reminder of his shortcomings, driving him to confront the harsh realities of his choices. As days turn into weeks, he begins to understand that your departure was not a punishment for him, but an act of self-preservation on your part. You didn't leave because you couldn't fix him. You left because you had to prioritize your own well-being, to heal and grow without him. It's a realization that both terrifies and liberates him, forcing him to loosen his grip on the past and embrace the uncertainty of the future. He understands now that you are a masterpiece, a symphony of emotions and experiences that cannot be contained within the limitations of his understanding. Like a bird that soars high above, you need space to spread your wings and fly. And in that flight, you discover new heights and depths that he could never comprehend. He realizes that his attempts to possess you were not acts of love, but rather manifestations of his ego and control. He recognizes that in wanting to mold you into his ideal image, he was disregarding your true essence, your unique beauty and brilliance. It's a sobering realization that shakes him to his core, shattering the illusions he'd been clinging to. And in the midst of this turmoil, he experiences a profound shift in perspective. The realization that he's losing you, not because you're perfect, but because he isn't, hits him like a tidal wave. It shakes him to his core, forcing him to confront the uncomfortable truths about himself that he'd been ignoring. He sees now that his need to possess you was driven by his own insecurities and fears, a desperate attempt to cling to something stable in a world that seemed uncertain and unpredictable. But in doing so, he had inadvertently pushed you away, causing you pain and suffering in the process. He understands now that your departure is not a tragedy, but an opportunity for growth and transformation. You have shown him the importance of self-reflection and personal responsibility, urging him to examine his own flaws and biases. Now that you have stopped explaining yourself to him, he is confronted with the truth of his own being. In your absence, he is forced to look inward and acknowledge his own darkness, those parts of himself that he has been denying or suppressing for so long. In the quiet moments, he hears the echoes of your voice, not as a reproach, but as a gentle reminder of the love and respect you once shared. It's a love that transcended physical connection and delved into the depths of the human experience, embracing both the light and shadow aspects of his personality. He understands now that by letting you go, you have set him free from the shackles of his past, freeing him to become the person he was always meant to be. He realizes that your love was not a weakness to be controlled, but a source of strength and inspiration to be nurtured. He remembers the wise words of Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, who said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." And it is in this realization that he finds his true power, the power to shape his own destiny and to honor the memory of your love by becoming the best version of himself. He knows that your absence is a catalyst for change, urging him to evolve and become the man you always saw him to be. In the tapestry of life, your love has served as a guiding star, illuminating the path towards self-discovery and personal growth. As he walks the path of individuation, he carries with him the lessons learned from your love, the importance of authenticity, compassion, and the courage to face life's challenges head-on. He understands now that in letting you go, he has gained a deeper understanding of himself and the world around him. He recognizes that you are not his possession to control, but a force of nature to be respected and admired. In the grand scheme of life, he knows that you are more than just a chapter in his story. You are a defining moment that has shaped him into the person he is today. As he moves forward, he carries with him the echoes of your laughter, the warmth of your smile, and the depth of your wisdom. These memories serve as guiding lights, reminding him of the values and principles you stood for. He understands now that your love was not a mistake, but a divine intervention, a chance for him to grow and become the best version of himself. He knows that in letting you go, he has gained a deeper understanding of love, compassion, and the importance of personal growth. He no longer seeks to possess you because he has realized that true love is not about control, but about freedom. Freedom to be yourself, freedom to grow, and freedom to love. He lets out a shaky breath, the tension leaving his shoulders as he accepts the bittersweet reality of his situation. He won't win you back. You've moved on and built a new life for yourself, one that doesn't include him. But instead of despairing over what he lost, he makes a decision. It's time to focus on himself. It's time to take a long, hard look in the mirror and face the demons he's been running from his whole life. As he gazes into the depths of his own eyes, he sees a flicker of determination ignite. He will use this pain, this heart-wrenching agony that threatens to consume him, and he will make it his fuel. He will pour every ounce of energy into himself, into his goals, his dreams, his aspirations. With trembling hands, he reaches for a pen and a piece of paper, jotting down the things he needs to change, the habits he needs to break, the traumas he needs to confront. He will be his own therapist, his own healer. And as he does this, something incredible happens. He stops caring what others think of him. He stops seeking validation from those around him. He detaches himself from the opinions and judgments of others and embraces the freedom that comes with it. He will no longer live his life based on the expectations of others. He will no longer be a puppet, dancing to the tune of other people's desires. He will be his own puppet master, pulling the strings of his own destiny. And as he embarks on this journey of self-discovery and healing, he remembers your words, the words you spoke to him when you were still together. You can do it. You are stronger than you think. With a newfound determination, he steps into the unknown, ready to face whatever challenges come his way. He will conquer his fears, overcome his obstacles, and emerge as a better, more resilient version of himself. He will no longer seek to possess you, because he has realized that true love is not about control, but about freedom. Freedom to be yourself, freedom to grow, and freedom to love. And in this moment of acceptance and liberation, he finds peace.